another AV Jam. We are here in Amsterdam for mostly AV Jam. In the pub. In the pub in Amsterdam. Cheers. Cheers. And tequila.
Gift from America.
Yeah.
Thank you, Philadelphia Duty Free.
This could get messy.
Could.
Yeah.
All right, Will, sorry.
Will.
Was that the wrong word? Right?
So, what we're going to do, premium, what defines premium AV right across the spectrum, yeah? We're going to get out and talk to some friends in the bar. When we're done.
I'm going to put it out there and say it doesn't exist. It's all a wing and a prayer. And we make it up as we go along.
That's bugging it up now. What do we do now? Drink the tequila and go to bed.
No. You got another idea of it?
Well, what I found was when I told my kids I'd ordered a Tesla, right? I've had Jaguars, Audis, Alexas. Tesla, they've wet their pants over. They
didn't care about the rest?
Yeah, they really didn't care. I don't care about the Tesla brand. I'm just doing it for the tax.
Oh yeah. Nice. Do you get a credit?
So my kids are loving the brand. So young people have got this thing for Tesla. So what defines these premium brands? How do AV companies become a premium brand? What do you think?
You know, that's a tough one. I think, so on the Avixa Women's Council in the U.S., Brandy Alvarado went to work for Mac Systems, and they specialize in museums and exhibits, and it's hyper niche. They write a lot of software. They do all the cool, fun stuff. I don't think the word huddle room is in their vocabulary, you know?
So their clients pick them because they.
I think they're bespoke, right? They're bespoke and custom, and maybe that's premium AV. I think a boardroom is always going to be a premium AV because you can't just throw in a whatever solution. You know, it needs sound reinforcement. It needs multiple cameras sometimes. It needs, you know.
Which brands come across as premium? You know, all the manufacturers.
Silicon Core is a premium LED product. Are you familiar with Silicon Core? Right? They not only, you don't know them? Really?
Oh, you're teaching Kev something now?
Oh, yeah, every day's a school day. Straight in.
Okay, so their guy had, I think he was with Live Dots, he was with Marco before. The guy's name is Guy, I'm not making that up.
The guy.
The guy is the guy.
He hangs with the guys.
Hate that, right? But, so, it's interesting because when you have red, green, and blue, the red tends to overpower the green and the blue. So on traditional LED walls, they put a resistor. Well, that resistor is processing, and that processing consumes energy, creates heat, etc. So what he did was he built a better mousetrap and said, well, instead of putting this resistor on the chipset, we'll just feed it half the electricity that the other two. So if the other two get 4 volts, this one gets 2 volts. And they accomplish something in a much more effective way, and I just think it's brilliant engineering. So why are you laughing at me?
I have just had the best moment ever.
Why?
It's watching him glaze over.
Who does that?
It got so far off. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I lost you.
I got it. It was resistor.
It's a premium product. It's a beautiful product. It really is. And it's a unique thing.
That was amazing. I hope that camera picks that up.
I was doing my best to not.
You know, that made it worse.
I'll keep it more salesy.
You know what we said
I'll keep it
earlier
more
about
salesy.
attention deficit?
Short and sweet. I'll keep it really up here. I didn't mean to go so deep. No more deep dive.
So, product is premium, dependent on the product. But think about it from an end user's point of view.
Where's the sexy brands though?
Your kids in the Tesla though, it's the name. It's the name. A lot of end users, it's the name. Premium to them is, how many times did people say to you, I don't get fired if I buy Cisco? Right. Can't guarantee that's the premium product, but the brand name to them was premium.
You're not as nerdy about AV as us. Which brand do you think's like the sexy premium?
I don't know if this is right, but I remember when I came to IEC 2 years ago, it was Samsung. They just had the wall out, and I don't think I'd ever seen like digital signage that just to me looked that good. So I kind of saw Samsung as premium, maybe as compared to Philips. You would say that Samsung was a premium over Philips.
I think a lot of people would agree with that, but then at the same time, would you say a display, a flat panel, is a premium product?
It can be, you know, with the price of the wall. That is premium. Like
It's big, it is. Bloody expensive.
it's big, it's expensive, but it looks good. So is that
And
not
they're
is that not the Tesla of the digital signage?
I'm not even buying that premium. That roll-up telly, I'm not having that.
No.
I'm still. They reckon it's going to come at the end of this year. I'm not 100% convinced. The LG roll-up TV.
They love them some OLED, and for years there was a lot of women in AV that I would listen to them on podcasts, and they'd be, oh, I'm a big fan of OLED, and OLED had gone away. Because remember, it was like 3D. We were all just talking about active or passive glasses.
Yes.
When people didn't want any glasses, actually. Like, that's stupid.
Oh, that's mine over there.
Right, then it went to OLED, then OLED just disappeared, and then I don't even remember what came next, 4K. But I would think Barco Unicy would be considered a premium product.
I love that today. That 4x4. That was
I mean,
pretty cool.
it's a good look. It's a pretty penny.
And it was sexy. I
But
liked it.
the premium element with that is the way that they've used the tech, the air gap between them.
Yes,
to make like
yes,
that.
yes.
That makes it premium because of the quality. The way that it will auto calibrate.
Yeah.
That's premium because it's simpler for the users. I'm still not sure there's anything to me that is premium in the way that you said with Tesla and the kids looking at it from a brand. I don't know. I think it's a quality product.
He was having his own site.
I think it is perception.
Quality brand. It's only because he thinks it's a quality brand, which is instilled into his kids. My kids, same conversation, would not see Tesla.
I got a Beamer thinking it was King of the World. My kids went, don't like that colour. That was the only answer I got. Don't like that
That's
colour.
not premium to them.
Okay, do y'all remember the Prism laser phosphor cubes? Did y'all have those? over
Rear
here?
projection cube.
No, they were internally processed, right, with the air bearing. I'm not going to go there. But,
Please, go,
no,
go.
I can't. But what I noticed is, okay, one of their big installs they got was like in London at the Burberry store. Luxury brands can afford for luxury AV, and this was something that they built it with big. It had big spiral staircases on each side, very grand, elegant, 30-foot ceilings. You know, big, huge wall. It's only 1080p, but for 2011 it was still good. I think luxury brands can afford for premium AV. Or the executive briefing center, where you're trying to make money, or the boardroom, because C-level is a bunch of pampered babies and they
And
need
the lobbies.
lobbies. Yes. If you are a Heinz in the United States and you own all this property, and you have a B building, and somebody else is building a brand new A building right next to you, you don't want to lose your major tenant, and they will walk. And so you've got to figure out a way. So we get a lot of people that they want the Salesforce lobby, right? Which the content actually costs more than the lobby itself. And then when you just give them a rough order of magnitude, you're like, oh, well, we don't want it that much. You're like,
Yeah.
like, do you know how much it
There's
costs?
premium to a point at that.
Exactly. They're like, is there a discount version of that? Yes, I'll take video of like my shower head.
How's about if it doesn't do any of it?
Big projector.
And we put a poster on the wall and see what happens.
Static art, hey, it works.
So, I've run out of beer and cake, really. Should we go and take the camera out in the bar?
And find out what all these think.
Yeah.
Because I've got 3 people right there that are looking at me saying, I'm going to tell you premium right now. You're all bloody wrong.
Absolutely.
So, is it biased to ask somebody that works for a manufacturer what is premium AV?
No, I think it's
I don't
good.
think so. I mean, I'll be honest about it. I think it's a company that can actually make sure they see this whole life cycle. So it's great being able to meet the initial requirements of being able to supply, but inevitably it's technology. Technology goes wrong, right? So I'll name drop. NEC's got the best service in EMEA, bar none.
Yeah.
And that's what we're renowned for. So it's like that three-way. You can either have fast, cheap, and good. You can only have two of the three, right?
Yeah.
And NEC stands for the quality. I mean, that's what stands us apart from competition.
So then, do you think it isn't a product, it's a service?
I mean, where we're moving more to solutions these days, it's definitely about the service. I mean, hey, I'm award-winning for crying out loud. I found that out this morning. Dropping that.
My job is brought you award with you.
Humble brag from
I
Graham.
thought about
Humble
it.
brag.
I thought about it. I was like,
Acceptable.
but no, I mean, and seriously, it makes the job more rewarding when you've got a brand that you believe in and you trust. I know that if anything was to go wrong, we've got a great support network behind us, immediate availability to support stock, loan stock, so it's all good.
See, I like the idea that it's not always the name, not such the name that's on the tin, it's what they do behind. It's who they are.
And you're right, I mean, tin is tin. There is no margin to be made really in hardware these days.
No, there's
Premium brand or not, there's just no margin there. It's become so commoditized that even, I mean, dare I say it, Amazon could take over most of us in years to come. They're already starting, but they could take over most of us. It's about now making sure that once that tin's out in the field, that inevitably, should anything go wrong, it's going to be picked up, it's going to be supported, it's going to be dealt with, and the customer's not going to be left disadvantaged in any way, shape, or form.
So, what about you? You never name drop in your classes. I don't. Because you're not allowed. It's always you don't want to favour one over the other. So from your classes, what we talk about, what you always educate us on is the overall system, how it's put together so it's done correctly. Irrelevant of the product. So for you, it's premium, maybe amount of solution, not a name.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, we've all been in this business, in this industry for years. I've been in this industry for 27 years.
Okay.
And 10 years ago, there were certain manufacturers that people were like, oh, that box doesn't work, this box doesn't do this, let's get this other box. And then 5 years later, the box that didn't work was the box that everybody's speculating to do the solution.
Sure.
So I don't care what box goes in as long as it can do the job.
Right.
And if you have good manufacturers standing behind the product, if you have good distributors getting the stuff out, if you have good trainers from those manufacturers, making sure everyone knows what the equipment can do.
Yeah.
And the things that, like, for the longest time, they're like, hey, this box is bad. Did you certify the cable? Well, no, but the box is bad. No, look at the cable, and if you don't get it certified, there's no way to tell if it's really bad or not. So, if you train on a holistic view of this is what the system should do, get your requirements, get the test material to make sure that it meets those requirements. I don't care what box you test. And if you have boxes that, you know, certain manufacturers that are providing and filling that need, providing the right box, great. If you have manufacturers that will stand behind their product, like you said, good, fast, and cheap, right? Personally, I would rather have good and fast. I don't care about cheap, but my client cares about cheap. So where, you know, sometimes I might not be able to do good and fast. I have to do cheap. So they want good and cheap. Okay, now we can't do it that fast. Well, we got to get it done fast. All right, so now we're going to sacrifice good. And that's where they're willing to drop down. It's like, I can get it fast and cheap. Well, when I pull out my test meter, I can tell you the difference between a good display and a bad display. Or I can look at the track record of the equipment that I'm using. It's like, is this going to hold through for the next 4 or 5 years?
I get upset when I go see video wall installs for my partners, and they're so proud and they're really excited, but I rep RP Vision, right, which is all about mounting and spacing, and I know what a shim is. I didn't lose you, JP. Shim, very basic, high level stuff.
No, he was gone.
I know, I lost him at shim, but like, it's not color calibrated. Even when I know some manufacturers will offer calibration services on, like, just even a 3x3 wall. They don't want to go back, but like the dealer's not engaging them, and I'm just looking at X and Y looks great, and then you like go to the side side with the Z axis, and you're like, oh, and your left eye starts twitching, and you're like, no, and they're so proud. And you don't want to tell them their baby's ugly, but the baby is just.
It's hideous, yeah.
It's an ugly baby.
So I like,
Maybe has room for improvement.
and when you get it back to the people who are doing the install,
might
the
not
design,
work.
and everything,
Maybe Q might too.
you can get an ugly baby and dress it up pretty well. Like if the client says, "Hey, we don't have this money, we have to go for the cheaper solution," well, really dress that ugly baby well. It's going to be easier to go take pictures if you have a cute baby, right? But if you have an ugly baby that's got like one eye on its forehead, just put some lipstick on it. If you get a display that's maybe not the primo display, still color balance it, still do all the things that you would do,
Exactly.
and make it as good as it can be. So that's our whole stance. It's like
So
I don't care what gear you get.
So
make it
premium
good.
makes
So
it.
as long as Cyclops has got halogen lip fillers, he's not ugly.
Well, no,
We're
he's,
good with that,
he's,
right?
he's still ugly.
I'm good with that.
But now we can
Maybe
take
both.
pictures. We can, yeah, there you go.
Now we can have a selfie.
Yeah.
Done.
I think the other key thing as well, and I've done my Invixa standards, which kind of helps me. In fact, I did it with Jace when it was Martin Dawes. That's how long ago it was. So I'm talking 2002, 3 maybe. I sat in a classroom with him at Richmond to do the course. But the key thing is, I think where you also have premium brands, is premium brands having the affordability to actually open to other solutions and know that it's not closed net. It's not all about that one brand. So, it could be any other grey box hanging on the back of that premium brand. And as long as you've taken the mileage to justify, certify, and understand where it is successful and where it's not going to be successful, you can assist in bringing those ugly babies to the stage of being like really pretty gooses. But I think you've also got to be prepared to sometimes just say no, and sometimes no is the right answer. And I think we're now in an industry in a world where people are scared to say no, and sometimes just saying.
That is very true. There's a lot of fear around it. And I've never understood it. I gladly walk away.
I mean,
So the one thing about the premium brands and the brands that are more well known and they're well known for a reason is when I get a certain display manufacturer that I can network all the displays, put a puck up and it does it on its own, I don't then have to spend 4 or 5 hours balancing 6 or 7 displays that don't have that feature.
Yeah.
The ugly babies that don't have that software built in or don't have those features, where it's going to take me 30 minutes to balance a wall that has all that stuff.
Yes, yes.
So there is a trade-off between our labor time versus a premium brand. If
I
we
agree.
get the premium brand, we might cut off labor time.
Right.
What's the ROI on that? But the whole gist of it is we have to know what it has to look like first. Be it an ugly baby or a beautiful baby.
agreed.
I have to know what it looks like. Now, the pretty baby might be much easier to take the pictures of. The ugly baby, that's going to take Photoshop, makeup, a tire iron.
Good
all kinds of
angles.
shit. Yeah,
The camera angles.
I mean,
there's going to be a lot of
He got
stuff. we have
dark
to
really
figure
quick,
out.
but yet he didn't.
I mean, so there's obviously going to be massive advantages to a brand that obviously has like a self-calibration tool built into their displays, right? I mean, somebody listen to the industry. I mean, I don't know. I have to think who they are.
Dark. Graham said something amazing and I missed it.
No. I mean, it's an acronym. Those letters escape me right now. But 3 letters. I'll come back to it. But I mean, you develop solutions for the customers. You listen to what the customers want. So, and I think that's the massive difference between a premium brand, because they know what the customers want and they take time to hold their product back to make sure it's right for what the customer needs. And that path is a constant evolution. And that comes with challenges, but comes with great rewards when you get it right, not if, when. And I mean, I'm honoured. Sometimes it frustrates the hell of me. We're 6 months behind the market. But I know when it comes to market, I'm not spending 6 months playing catch up. I'm actually sat there with a product which is mature enough now to meet today's demands. I'm not sat there thinking, crap, I've got 6 months of teething issues that are still biting me in the ass, and I've got 6 months now still to put that right. And I might have lost 6 months up front, but I'm not dealing with that problem for the next year afterwards. So, and I think that those premium brands are starting to become more necessary as being the essential evil. And I think that the market, certainly where you've seen other acquisitions massively about brand quality and recognition globally in the last week alone, that can only continue. And I think there will be consolidation of more premium brands coming to market, or people having to play catch up to become that premium brand for tomorrow.
It's live right now.
So, since we're recording, let's take a moment of seriousness.
What?
No, serious.
We don't do that.
No, we're gonna be serious. Let me take a moment of serious. Wait.
Joe, it's only supposed to last a minute.
Shh. All right, we're recording. So
Not paying attention.
Hey, that's fine. Shh. All right, so you're gonna break that.
What's these?
Now, we're doing that's a sticker. All right, we're doing a moment of seriousness to finish off the AV Jam in the pub
in Amsterdam.
This is my third appearance on the show, so I expect a jersey. And it's fifth beer.
We've given up on the
Amsterdam
t-shirts.
gin. But I want to take a moment to talk about the fact of this family. I've spent 20 some years in the entertainment industry. It has not been since meeting this group of people that I have felt that there's true family. So I would like to make a toast to all of the AV tweets.
You've got more beer than me.
And the AV Jam followers and mostly AV people. And to you all.
Shout out to AV and the AM.
And AV and the AM.
AV and the
Thanks
AM.
for now.
And Chris.
Cheers.
We're missing you, Chris.
We miss you, Chris.
We miss you.
I don't miss you at all.